Hey everybody, and welcome back to Dragon Commander. And apparently the undead are randomly slaughtering elves, and one of my generals is ignoring it. So, Edmund, yes, you're Edmund, so...
Impressive victory, Commander.
You don't care.
You fight like a lion.
You triumphed,
You
Yeti.
don't care. You care?
A toast to triumph, Commander.
Nope. Okay.
If there is one
What do
favor
you have to say
can
for
do for me,
yourself?
Commander, it's to invite Oberon up on one of the observation decks, give him a nudge, and let gravity prove elves can indeed not fly. Then at least he can pester me no more with his aggravating accusations of professional misconduct.
Ew.
He's been prattling on and on about some tiff between some of his sorry sort and a couple of undead as hot-headed as they are airheaded. Even talks of genocide, if you can believe it. Melodramatic little man, isn't he? All of this is supposed to be happening in some rural hamlet newly conquered. No more than a collection of pigsties and whorehouses, I imagine, and I bet you can hardly tell the difference. Yes, I was officially given the responsibility to oversee matters there, but some local undead officer said he'd do the job, and I was all the more glad for it.
This is not okay, Edmund.
As you can see, Oberon missed the mark once more. I can hardly be charged for misconduct when I haven't even conducted anything, now can I, Commander? Hop to it! You have before you the greatest general in Rivellon, and you're ordering him to waste his time on a bunch of peasants that are having trouble playing nice.
Yes.
Very well, Commander. Perhaps later I can attend to more of this urgent business. I'm sure there's loads of kittens stuck in trees and toddlers in want of their teddies.
It was your job. I'm sorry, but it was your job. I don't feel bad about this. This is...
You remain true to your legacy, my friend. A for that gladly shall I do so.
I guess I'll just pick up the rest of the stuff now. That's interesting. It's been dealt with, Oberon, don't worry. Retrieve my country, little man. Conquer me a new one. No, I have two here. I don't know if this is going to work out or not, honestly. I really don't, but that's what I've got, so I'm gonna try it. Some more imps. Drop you there. For defense's sake, I don't want to. I'm not going to bother with that. Not yet. That's going to be thorny. That's going to open me up to weirdness. They seem to be content to sit there for the moment. But I will continue to build forces here to go after them with. Seems like good to me. Just keep building up your strength, man. You ignore me, I'm gonna ignore you. I got bigger fish to fry at the moment. Really? You're gonna attack me? 7%. I'm not even gonna waste my time on that. Apparently I'm gonna be allowed to keep this. Interestingly enough. I will join this fight. Okay. I'm not using this, but I will maybe use that. I think I have a higher... I think I've got... What does this do? I thought I had a... Maybe I don't have that. Never mind. We'll keep that then. I thought I had a higher level healing, but apparently I don't. So I'll just keep Eye of the Patriarch and have my own little nuke handy. It's probably not actually a nuke, but the point is the same. Oh wow. Really?
I need a target, quickly! You and I think alike, my lord. Another kill on the counter.
As long as they stay separate, they don't both start shooting at me, I think I've got a really good chance here. Especially if they don't actually drop any guns.
Who requested fireworks?
Yeah, we're gonna fight. There's a guy here somewhere. There he is.
Get ready to be impressed, my lord.
I wasn't needed here at all. Oh well. Oh, it managed to drop a single guy who can't actually hit me.
If the machine dies, the imp dies.
Yeah, you're fine. Hardly a scratch. Smash the little guy. Ding. I did not need to be here. Oh well. There's my achievement. Now I don't have to worry about that anymore. I see no reason to get involved in this. Why? Why would you do that? I don't understand. No. Cool. No. What? Ooh. Juggernaut mercenaries. Ironclad Devastator. Ooh, I'm happy. Got something to say for yourself, buddy?
Commander, what has happened in the town of Harrow Ridge is truly abominable. Such crimes committed by my kinsmen. I can hardly believe it. Those elves, they must have staged unspeakable acts of sacrilege to madden them so. They must have... Why else would they? Heresy gross and foul.
Yeah, maybe your people are nuts, buddy.
The phrase too little, too late comes to mind, Commander. But it seems Edmund did his duty in the end. The nightmare of Harrow Ridge vanished come the dawn, and those responsible for the killings have themselves been rendered unto death. Justice is hereby done, and I am furthermore glad to say Edmund apologized for his earlier disbelief in my accusations towards the undead. I hope they too have learned a lesson. They've had a horrid example of what their own religious mania may lead to.
It's weird the audio's stuttering that way. I've been running the game for several hours, so I probably should take a break here in a minute, get some food. It's probably 7 or later. I might cut this one a little short. The other's been running long, so we'll finish up here aboard the ship. Save real quick in case of disaster, which happens a lot. Well, Edmund, what do you got to say?
A harrowing place if ever there was one, Commander. When Oberon first spoke of its supposed horrors, I dismissed them as the ravings of yet another counselor shouting for attention. But it was all damnably true. The undead, they were slaughtering each and every elf they could get their bony, sordid claws on. In the name of the Seven. Lunatics, the lot of them. But no skeleton stirs there anymore. They tasted their own medicine by my very blade. The law of the land I set in place and left a kindly old elven landowner as mayor. They'll rebuild their houses lost to zealots' torches, and forget as best as they might the Knights of Blood. To think the idea of a few dead elves made me chuckle as I travelled there. Quite another thing to see 'em lying in the ditches, row on row, gored and mangled. Yet no sooner had my troops restored order than their survivor spirits soared once more, and they swore to reshape their stricken little society. I'll think kindlier of elves in future, Commander. They're a stout lot over there in Harrow Ridge. Good luck to them.
Good for you, man.
Looks like Edmund's impenetrable contempt for all that is non-lizard was pierced, Commander, be it ever so slightly. Had a kind word to say about some elves out in the country. Why he'd do that for the life of me, I can't imagine.
Apparently I have the Dread Pirate Roberts on my crew.
Under my rule, you'd be given the Cross of Bravery for that last action, Commander. Well done. Once more onto the breach, Commander, and the enemy battlements will crumble at last. What?
Our victory was so complete I can taste it. You did well by us, Commander. Commander, they say diamonds are a girl's best friend.
I wonder if you've changed your opinion of anyone
About
recently.
whom, Commander? Shifty son of a bitch, isn't he? Acting all high and mighty all the time, calling imps.
Nope.
Commander, we the lizards think that even though you fight to attain peace, strife is inevitable as long as monarchs occupy the throne. Sooner or later, they become dictatorial and go to war on a whim. Our end goal is to make Rivlon a republic. But first, we want to see if the majority of all the civilized races truly wants this. Which is why I'm asking for your permission to hold a referendum. Do you want a government that is despotic or democratic in nature? That is the question we shall ask.
We'll reword it a little bit. I'm okay if that's what they want, but make it a fair
Imps
question.
are notoriously fickle, Commander. We change our minds each time the wind changes direction. No, best to have one leader to decide what's what. You're not doing too bad a job, so why hold a referendum about resignation, eh?
Commander, if you're going to go about asking the common folk for their opinion on matters of state, we'll end up with clowns in the courtroom, candy dispensers instead of taxmen, and the total collapse of a workable government before you can say free gilded carriages for everyone is actually not a very good idea. Referendum? Rubbish.
Even though we elves do think people are basically equal to one another, we nevertheless have a deep reverence for the age-old noble bloodlines from which the greatest of our kin descend without fail. And look at nature. Bees have a queen, do they not? No republic there. No, I don't think this referendum should be held.
All this talk about a republic is criminal, Commander. It would upset the gods' divine order. Deny the lizard. Deny her firmly.
That's interesting. 4 against 1. I'm very curious. If I say yes, I'm curious if that will actually mean anything at all. I don't know. Okay, save here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say yes. They're gonna waste a turn, and then I'm gonna come back and say no, which I think is gonna be my stance because everyone else is against it, and I've got to keep my people happy. So I'm gonna say yes, waste a turn, and come back and see what that changes, if anything.
This is but a first step, Commander, and though you can still dismiss the referendum's findings if they prove to be not of your liking, I think...
You are giving the populace a chance to corrupt it.
Yeah.
My opinion is that you'll come to regret this decision, Commander. Let us await the results. But because of the very way Prosper's question is phrased,
That's what I was saying.
I think I can predict the outcome.
Well then, as for the clowns in the throne room, there's one already for your making a fool of yourself, Commander.
Bloody hell. I hope you know what you're doing, Commander. My answer will read despotic, but I wonder how many more of those there will be.
Alright. Turn. End turn again. So none of this will actually matter because it won't have ever happened. You guys are as curious as I am, Charlie. Yeah, you better keep building strength. I'm on your doorstep, buddy. What did you think was gonna happen? Whoa. Receive 50 extra support in all countries. Wow.
By the Seven, I don't know what to think of this situation, Commander. If Lady Ophelia rejects her God-given bones, but takes...
Commander?
A queer queen, thy lady, Commander. Here she has but to snap her fingers to become an aureate apotheosis of impian ingenuity, and she's as indecisive as an elf afore a salad bar. I simply can't wrap my hatted head around it.
Yes, Commander?
What would you inquire of me?
You're not gonna have anything to say about the referendum. That's weird. Oh, fudge. Well, I just had a revelation. You see here where it says next faction decision? That was back when the imps wanted their thing. Nobody else liked it, right? But if I had done it, I would have gotten a really cool imp card, probably to go with this really cool lizard card. I'm still gonna say no. I'm gonna have to reload regardless because I wasted a turn, but I'm still gonna say no. So, we'll see how that impacts things in the next episode. So, thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you then.